We live in Auroville, which is an international city in South India, where actually the company doesn't really belong to us, it belongs to Auroville. We needed to make a living, so we started the company because I knew how to knit.
My name is Satyavati Anganan and I'm from Hyderabad.
Okay.
And I'm working in this company for last 5 years as a quality controller.
Okay,
Yes, of course it's fair trade.
of course.
How could it not be?
Here, the homework, the wages, the tea money, and there are so many stuff which they are getting, the bonus. They are happy with their salary, no arguments. No problems with their salaries and all, the wages and all.
Because it doesn't belong to me, it belongs to Auroville. So I'm just the managing trustee. Well, they have regular work, they have their pension fund, they have their medical insurance, they have stability. We employ mainly ladies, so it means that the ladies have their money, which they don't necessarily have to give to their husbands, so they can support themselves, because many of the husbands drink, and so the women wouldn't get their money. So in this case, we make sure that we pay it to the women.
I think I'll tell you this frankly,
Yeah.
that whenever any problem comes, they just start crying.
Yeah.
These ladies, they are very emotional, so they just start crying and then they go to Bobby and they complain to Bobby.
Okay.
And then Bobby smiles and she tries to, solve the problem very easily and very quickly. So she's the one who always solves the problem.
And up till now, they've always had regular work, which is a big thing in India, is that people don't always have regular work, because they'll have seasonal, because you give your orders for 3 months of the year, but we have to keep them busy for 1 year. So this we
Okay.
do. And they also get their bonus and everything. And they also, in some cases, they get bus fare.
Bonus
And they all
too,
get
yeah.
their glasses paid as well.
Oh, I see.
Well, the bonus is basically 15%. They get Diwali, they get 10%, and then Pongal, they get 5%.
Well, it's even better than we. Even we don't have
Yeah.
that.
And the one interesting thing is when they have if the wife works for us and has the medical insurance, that means that the husband and the children are all also covered for the medical insurance. So if one person works in the family, the whole family is covered. We have about 70 employees in the factory. In the different villages, we have about another 400. They're paid fairly.
They paid fairly, so they can afford something.
They can afford they can afford. No, they can afford not to come to work for a day. They can afford to take sick leave. They can afford to stay home if their child's sick.
Can they afford like transport?
They can afford their transport. Yeah,
Okay,
they
so
all
they
have
can
they all
afford
have bikes. They all
food.
come to work. If you just go and film all the bikes outside, you'll see that they all come on their bikes.
We pay the transport if they are coming by bus. We are paying the bus fare for them. If they are coming by bike, we are paying the petrol money to them.
They all look healthy. They're not
Yeah.
malnourished or.
They even seem to be happy.
They're
Like we were
even
yesterday.
pretty happy. Yeah, they're pretty
Joking
happy.
around
Yeah.
with them.
As far as you could be happy in a job in a factory. You know what I mean? Yeah, they have a good life, they build up, they build their houses, they educate their children. They spend all their money, basically, to build a house and to educate their children. And the most important thing in their lives is to get their children through college, no matter what.
Here, I'm learning also and I'm teaching them also. So it's like both is I'm getting it from them. So it's a mutual understanding.
And in the end, they were going to have a pension, and
Yeah, even that's not normal, no? For workers in India. Yesterday I heard
for
some
many
stories.
workers, it's not normal.
And
When you come here, everyone is happy. Everyone is happy.
They have 1 day paid holiday in the month, and then we usually close once in the year for 1 week,
okay.
paid. Plus they have I think, 12 paid holidays like Christmas and Easter.
I see.
So they have 12 paid day leaves plus 1 day in the month. So it's at least 24, and then we usually close for one week. But then we work 6 days a week.
Ah, okay.
8:30 to 4:30.
Okay. So even we work from 8:30 to 5.
Oh, but we only have half an hour for lunch.
Okay.
But we pay them for the tea. We pay the tea money
Yeah.
that we would have had to pay for tea.
Yeah.
I think one of the most difficult things is the finance, because Auroville is an international city. We don't have the same sorts of relationships with the banks that you would have in a private company. The banks don't recognize us as companies, so they don't give the same facilities like if you had a private limited, for instance. They don't see a foundation as a good thing to give credit to somehow. But we do have internally finance possibilities, so which somehow compensate for the fact that the banks don't see us as normal businesses. Well, we have the GOTS certification. They check that we have no children here, that it's clean, that we have the fire extinguishers, we have the first aid boxes, we keep the organic pieces separate from the non-organic because they get contaminated. And then we have our dyers checked, and they have a proper wastewater treatment plant, and they're using the correct dyes. The checking is correct, but their policy of how much they charge you would leave some room for doubt. The Fair Wear people, they send a questionnaire which we fill up and we sign and we send back.
Why are these people sitting on the ground?
Because that's how they've always done for centuries. They're much more comfortable sitting on the ground. They don't want to sit on the chair, they want to sit on the ground. And also in summer, the stone floors are very cool.
Okay.
So it's nice to sit on the stone floor.
I don't think that we need any chairs and all. It makes us more comfortable, because I also worked before where the company was so professional and we used to have these chairs and all. But now here, if you'll see, we don't need any chair. We are so comfortable downstairs, and it's all clean. It's all clean every day. These people makes this place special.